Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see on the screen, I got the platinum for Kingdom Hearts 1. It took forever, but yeah. So as you guys already know, we are here today with Kingdom Hearts 1's Road to Platinum video. If you guys don't know how these kinds of videos work, I'm going to give a review on the game as well as the platinum journey and any issues I had with the platinum. The platinum took me 82 hours in total. As always, it could take you much faster, or it could take you much slower. So we're going to start with the platinum segment of the video, and right off the bat, you have to play the game a minimum of 2 times. You just do. Theoretically, you could play it 1 time, but you're still gonna finish the end of the game twice, if that makes any sense. So the main reasons you have to play the game multiple times is because one thing right away, you have to 100% synthesize all items, which is crafting gear such as Keyblades, equipment pieces that boost different stats. You have to synthesize potions and stuff like that. And then you also have to beat the game in 15 hours or less, which you can always get around it by playing up to 100 hours, and then the clock resets. So as long as you finish the game by the time the clock hits 15 again, because it resets once you hit 100, then you're good. So theoretically you could play it in 1 time. And you have to beat the game on Proud mode. You have to beat the game without hitting continue, and that's not too hard. As long as you save often, when you die, just don't hit continue, hit load game. And that's a very simple trophy to get done. You have to beat the game without changing equipment. And yeah, none of these are really hard. You just need to really focus on leveling up if you're playing on Proud. And if you're going for 15 hours or less trophy, I recommend playing on beginner and just skipping all cutscenes, because you could probably finish the game in like 9 hours easily. When you do the synthesis portion of the trophies, just look up where all the dark matter and auriculum, I think that's how you say it, chests are, because that will just save you a lot of time synthesizing items. I ended up actually just doing it that way towards the end, because it saved me about 4 or 5 hours of grinding. Because trying to craft dark matter is very expensive, so it's going to be a good little bit of grinding to be able to get the materials for the dark matter. And the auriculum, I don't know if that's how you say it, I'm gonna go with that. The auriculum actually costs 5,000 money each, and I think to synthesize you end up needing like probably 30 of them or something crazy. Well, it's probably way less than that, but it felt like that much. Granted, there is another trophy where this kind of will help out. Just find a room that fills up with enemies, and just you can find a little farming route and get money, because one of the trophies also is to hold 10,000 money at 1 time. It doesn't take that long, because as long as you don't spend it, you're gonna have money, that amount of money, by playing one playthrough on beginner, you know. So that's not something you really should worry about. The only other trophy that really is annoying is Proud, but you just really have to level up. If you need to know where all the Dalmatians are for the journal for what is his name? Fuck. I can't remember his name. Jiminy Cricket's journal. There's YouTube videos. I ended up only having like 4 sets to do, and it just sped the process up a little bit, because originally I was just looking for every chest, but that takes too long because there's so many little puzzles to get to different chests and stuff. And like Wonderland especially, I hate Wonderland so much in this game, because like almost all the chests in there, you have to find like some sort of little puzzle to get to them, and it's tedious. Um, let me see. Oh, sorry. So, oh fuck, I lost my spot, my script. Hold on. Oh, the other thing is if you're relatively new to the series and you're going for the trophy where you have to get all the Keyblades, all the shields, and all the staves, I recommend doing this on a beginner playthrough as well. Because you're gonna have to do all the tournaments and all that to get all the Keyblades, and those tournaments are extremely difficult, especially on Proud. I mean, theoretically, if you level up before going for all the Keyblades and all the tournaments and stuff, you should be fine. But if you're going into them at like level 50 and less on Proud and normal, you're just not gonna win past the Hades Cup. I mean, you can definitely win. People do level 1 playthroughs, but it's extremely hard. Oh, that's one thing I want to do before I forget, because I didn't write this into the script. When you're doing the final Ansem fights, like when you are at the final rest, turn on XP 0 when you're playing on Proud, because what this does is basically when you do an aerial combo, like a full aerial combo where you everything, you know, that'll actually boost your damage, which is extremely helpful, especially when you're doing those Ansem fights. So you can also cheese them by doing the Mushu glitch. Look it up on YouTube if you've never seen it. But yeah, XP 0 really helps because of that damage boost, and you don't need XP once you're done with the Ansem fights when you're on Proud, unless you're going for level 100 on Proud, then you do. But none of that carries over because it reverts back to the previous save. So. I also recommend doing the synthesizing on a beginner playthrough as well, just because it'll make it easier to deal with some of the secret enemies and stuff, because some of them are tough. It'll just speed up the whole process if you do it on the beginner playthrough rather than the Proud. A few tips I have for the Proud mode is to really just focus on leveling up, and try to open as many chests as you can, and make sure to always equip accessories, because they help out so much, just because they will improve strength, defense, magic, AP, which AP is used to equip abilities. Always focus on opening chests when you see them. Always open them. They really help. Leveling up at a low level is probably the best thing you could do for Proud Mode 2. I recommend, so when you're actually on Destiny Islands, you can do this little grind for levels where you kill all the Heartless on Destiny Island, then you go into the beach, into the shack on the beach, and then come out and they all respawn. It helps out a lot. Just get to like level 20 or so. It'll probably take you like an hour or two, maybe 3. But get to level 20 or so before you leave. It just makes it a little easier. Oh, hold on. But yeah, so I highly recommend doing all those Proud mode on your Proud mode, because it'll just make it easier and stuff. But other than that, the Platinum was very straightforward, and if you need help, go to PlayStationTrophies.com. It has detailed descriptions of every achievement or every trophy and how to do them. So if you do need help, go to PlayStation Trophies. There's one other site, but I don't remember what it's called. Now, next up is the review of the game itself. So I'm gonna talk about different aspects of the game, and then at the end give my review. So we're gonna start off with the story elements, and as you guys know, I don't get into the actual story. I just because I don't want to spoil it if you've never played it before, and if you're using this as like, should you get the game kind of thing, you know? So, but without getting too in detail about the story, it revolves around Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Donald and Goofy are Disney characters. Sora is an original character for this franchise. They're on an adventure to find King Mickey and Sora's friends and stop darkness from taking the worlds, so to keep the Heartless out, which is your main enemies. Also, I would like to say that I think Mickey is... I don't think Mickey's in this game at all. I don't remember. I don't think Mickey... No, I think he is a few times. No. I don't remember. I think he might be in here in a few cutscenes, but not much. Through the game, you visit multiple Disney worlds and a few original worlds, such as Wonderland, which these are going in like the way you meet them too, but some of them you can skip. So you got Wonderland, Deep Jungle, which is Tarzan, the Colosseum, which is Hercules, Agrabah, which is Aladdin, Atlantica, which is what is that movie? I don't remember what the movie's called. Little Mermaid. Halloween Town, which is Nightmare Before Christmas, Neverland, which is Peter Pan. And you have two fully original worlds just for Kingdom Hearts called Hollow Bastion and the Underworld. Hollow Bastion is where the Final Fantasy characters originated from, at least in this franchise, in Kingdom Hearts. And then it's the Underworld, huh? Did I say the world that Ender was? In the Underworld, which is the final world in the game where you beat all the bosses, and that's where worlds go to die, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. The combat is slow and clunky, to be honest, but this was the first iteration of Kingdom Hearts, and this is also a PS2 game from, I think the game came out 2002, so yeah, because it's 20th year anniversary. So it's very clunky, but as you like level up too, maneuverability gets way better because you get different abilities such as roll, glide. It gets less clunky as you play, and this is the first iteration, as I said, so it does get better. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 is a massive upgrade and just how the combat feels compared to this game. The game's combat what the hell did I write here? Hold on. The game's combat throws... What? I don't know. The game's combat is mainly focused on keeping a combo and just dealing as much damage as possible. So you want to just do like aerial attacks and things like that, because that's the best way to keep a combo, in my opinion, is to do an aerial attack. Plus, you also dodge a lot of attacks as well. There's also magic such as thunder, blizzard, fire, and arrow. Majority of the magic actually just deals damage, like normal elemental damage. But some, like arrow, actually increase your defense and also block certain projectiles once you get it upgraded. And to get it upgraded, there is a chest in Neverland you have to find. And you have to find, I think, all the Dalmatians for the last upgrade. There are also multiple Keyblades you can collect in the game, which are your main weapon. And you can collect a bunch of these from doing the different things, as I said. Tournaments, you get one for completing the majority of the worlds. And there's one in a chest. You can get one from Belle, from talking to her after you finish Hollow Bastion. And you can get one from Kyrie when you finish, I think, Hollow Bastion as well. And then there's a few more. And you can synthesize them, of course. Donald has staves, which you can buy. Enemies also drop staves. And you can also get them, I think, from tournaments and certain worlds if you do puzzles. And the same goes for Goofy, but his is shields rather than staves. Every character can also equip accessories, which will improve strength, defense, magic, and will give you elemental resistance depending on what you equip. You can also synthesize all of these, which is killing. So the way to get materials is really just killing certain enemies will drop certain items type of thing. But I also said that you have to synthesize certain items and you have to buy certain items. So it's very tedious. But you can use that to create accessories, weapons, potions, things like that. The side content in this game is very fun compared to even some of the later games, to be honest. You have tournaments, which is what they sound like, that you just fight through waves of enemies until you eventually get to the bosses and win, you know. And then you have many mini games such as Deep Jungle's Tree Slide and the entirety of 100 Acres Woods, which is Winnie the Pooh. And everything there is just mini games. There's no actual Heartless or combat in 100 Acre Woods at all. The Gummy Ship is also something I find very fun and nice. It kind of just works, you know, it's really fun. But basically, it's your transportation from one world to the other, and you have to play this kind of third-person Galaga type of thing. And you have to shoot different ships and try to survive as you get to the other world. There are also many blueprints, and you can also just create your entire ship from the ground up if you don't want to use any of the pre-made blueprints. The game isn't grindy at all, by the way, if you're playing on normal or easy, but if you're on proud and you're relatively new to the series, I highly recommend grinding some levels. I grinded until about level 54 and finished it. But if you're still really new to the game and you don't have too much experience with a lot of the mechanics, I recommend probably 70 or 80 to finish the game on proud, which is the hardest mode in the game, by the way. But I mean, that's about it to cover about the game. The game was really good. I enjoyed it so much. It's still one of my all-time favorite games, you know. But my overall review score is going to be a 9 out of 10. It's one of my favorite games of all time, as I said. Almost every minute of it took me just a lot of heartache, to be honest. The platinum was very painful. But in the end, it still is one of my favorite games, and it was super grindy on proud mode too. And doing the synthesizing took forever, but it was fun. The only reason this actually took me so long too, because I've been talking about this platinum for like 4 months now, was I got busy, plus I also got burnt out because I played the game 4 times in a row to get to the platinum, because I did a playthrough and then I decided to go for the platinum. So then I did another playthrough, and then I had to do another playthrough because I messed up on the first one, and then I had to do a proud mode. So I got burnt out towards the end, and that's why it just took so long for me to finish proud mode, but it's done now, so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Road to Platinum video. Our next Road to Platinum video will most likely be Far Cry 5, but I'm not going to guarantee it just yet because I'm kind of on the edge of what I want to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. Don't forget to check out the Twitter. The link is in the description below. I post gaming content of new gaming news, and I also post like updates on content that's going to be on the channel in the future, or stuff that's already on the channel. So if you don't get like a notification from YouTube, you can check the Twitter. But yeah, that's about it. This is one of my favorite platinums. I'm most proud of this platinum compared to every other one. The only one that comes close to this platinum, by the way, is Assassin's Creed 4. And the only reason I'm so proud of that one is because the multiplayer grind was pain. I think the multiplayer took me like 18 hours or something crazy. And it was so boring because there was only one lobby and it wasn't full. So it was a pain. But yeah, with that said, that's it, guys. I'll see you. The next Road to Platinum video will probably be Far Cry 5. That's what I'm hoping, but it's gonna take me a little bit because I got stupid trophies left. Like, they're just grindy trophies, so. It's gonna be a little bit until that's done. I would give it probably like a month with the way I play games. And then don't forget to check out Greedfall should be up on the channel either this week or next week. So it should be up by the time you're seeing this or next week. And then also check out Batman Arkham Knight, which should already be on the channel. I'm hoping. My schedule's been kind of really messed up lately, but I hope it works out and it's already on the channel by the time you see this. But yeah, stay safe out there, guys, and peace out.